Hi, long time no see. I am today continuing my astrology series, but it's a new series because I already finished with the signs for now. However, I want to get into the planets. That's interesting. And I always had in my head to just start with the sun, and I'm also gonna get into ascendants because that's like relevant. But I'm gonna be talking about the sun in terms of like energy and also like the energy that the sun carries to me, because it's like all subjective, but also like the sun in astrology, like what does your sun sign mean? And that's probably what I'm gonna title this video, because like that'll get the clicks, I think. But yeah, let's just get into it, I guess. The sun in tarot, which I really want to do like a tarot series. Like, I'm super excited about that. But the sun is like represents like happiness, joy, like a period of life where, there's the ups and downs of life. The sun is like the ups, like when you're like on cloud nine and really happy. Say you're like getting married and it's like the happiest time of your life, like that type of shit. That is the sun card. It represents that a very like positive time is coming, or just a very positive outcome to a situation, or it's just a good like positive confirmation, like a thumbs up, yes, kind of vibes. And that's kind of what the planet, the reason I bring that up is because it's relevant to the planet, the sun. The sun represents, as a planet, represents like happiness, joy. Leo is associated with the sun, and Leos are known for just being generally joyful people. You rarely see depressed Leo unless they got a lot of Capricorn or something, or like heavy Virgo vibes. But generally Leos are pretty happy. Just the fire signs in general. The sun is a very bright, shiny, fiery planet, and it's very bright. So that's kind of the energy that comes with it. Now, what does your sun sign mean in terms of astrology? Like, people say, I'm a Capricorn sun, I'm a Pisces sun, Virgo sun. You get it. Things like that. What does that mean? What that means is when you were born, say you're a Capricorn like me, when you were born, the sun was in the part of the sky that's known as Capricorn. The sun moves and all the planets move, and they move into different parts of the sky of the sun, of the different signs in the sky. And that's what astrology is generally. That's what a birth chart is. It's where all the planets were when you were born, and the sun sign is just where the sun was. Now, what does the sun represent in our personalities? The planets represent different things. So the planet, the sun, it represents like who we are, our core personalities, kind of like who we just are without really thinking about it. I am going to talk about other like placements, because that's what we need to learn, is like, that's not what we need to learn. That's how I learn, is by comparing and contrasting concepts. So that's how I'm going to teach, because that's what I know would help me. And so say the rising is like it's more consciously how we present ourselves. It's more what we think about ourselves, what we want others to think about us, how we dress, act on purpose in order to present ourselves to the world. But our sun is more of just, what people might pick up about us that we aren't intentionally wanting them to pick up. Say you've got like a Leo rising and like an Aquarius sun. So like the Leo rising, you want people to see you as like a performer, just like a happy, star of the show, steal the show kind of vibes. But you have a lot of traits to your personality that make you very much the helper, like the Aquarius traits behind the scenes. And those parts you might not be as conscious of because you just are existing that way. It's just the natural way that you are. And I'm not saying that the rising isn't the natural way that you are, but it's more conscious, it's more intentional, and like that. But the sun is just who we are. It's who... I think I've said that a bunch of times, but it's just kind of like... It's simple. To me, I think it's a simple concept. Our personality that we can't really help, we can't really change. They say our personality's formed when we're like 6, 4, something like that. So it's like, yeah, you can break certain habits and develop certain traits, but generally at your core, it's like who you are. Like if you are just drawn to certain things, like certain things, if you're just kind of for example, like a naturally loud, outgoing, extroverted person, that's probably not gonna change in your life. Like, there's those things that are embedded and they just are, and that's kind of the sun. It's the moon also a little bit, but I'm really excited to get into the moon. I'll probably do that next, like right now. But this is Mullen, by the way. He's a Gemini sun, I believe, because I don't know his exact birthday. I just know how old he was when I got him. And I did the math, and he would be a Gemini, but he definitely, certainly acts like a Gemini. Don't you, Mullen? Yeah, he does. So... our sun sign, yeah, it's just kind of how we act. I think that's a good way of like simplifying it, how we act, because the thing about act, it's like our actions, and like the or I'm thinking about moon signs, but like the moon signs might be how we feel, but like the sun sign is how we act, so I feel like that is a revelation I just had, and I'm sharing it with all of you guys. But yeah, we might feel a certain way. It might be different from the way we act. That's why people who have like opposite sun and moon, they might be like come off as confusing. I know I've like dated people like this, and I've known people like this, and they can be they can come off kind of wishy-washy or something. I think done right, they can come off balanced because they can figure out a good like midway between how they feel and how they act. But yeah, it can be like about finding a balance. So if that makes sense, say you are like, I'm trying not to use any real life examples that I know. So say you're like an Aries moon and like a Capricorn sun. So you might feel like Aries feeling nature is impulsive, adventurous, like very action oriented, and Capricorn is very cautious, likes to think, like to analyze before they really go for it. Now the common ground is they're both like confident, but you know, an Aries might be get struck with like I want to shave half my head right now. So the Aries moon feels this urge to like shave their head at that moment. But the Capricorn act, like they're probably not going to act on it. They won't be as likely to act on it. And if the urge is strong enough, they'll probably just stew over it for a long time, figure out what is more logically makes the most sense, and like, you know, stew over stuff. So yeah, that's kind of like an example to allow you. So yeah, sun sign is just kind of how you act. Can you tell this video is like I'm thinking as I'm speaking. It's she didn't take her ADD meds today, but she wants to teach people astrology. Those are the vibes. I hope this makes sense, and I hope you enjoyed. And I know Mullen enjoyed it, because look at him, like, yeah. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with the moon video very soon. Bye.